Good morning, YouTube. It's Cherise here on June 11th. Yes, the day before my Founders Day, and also the day of a fellow acquaintance's, what a word? The day of the wedding of a fellow acquaintance. Well, actually, two, because they're both marrying each other. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to a wedding. I'm really excited. It's a red carpet wedding. So that's kind of new, something I've never done before or participated in before or attended before. So I got a dress yesterday. It's really nice. I don't want to show it to you guys on here. If you want to see the completed look with hair and the dress and everything, um, check me out on my social media at Oh So Very Sexy. That's my social media for everything: Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Oh So Very Sexy. But this is going to be Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to a wedding. It's an indoor wedding. Praise the Lord. It's in a church. So I'm not going to be outside. So I don't need to like super summer proof my makeup at all. But I definitely want to be shine free and photo ready. So I'm going to be using some products that are going to be HD and really good for photography. Because they're both models. The people that are getting married, they're both models, a male and female model. So you know that there's going to be photographers everywhere. So let's go ahead and start by priming. Hopefully you guys can't see down my shirt. This is my face. It's doing better. Still got some issues happening, but it's okay. So primer. Where is my favorite primer? I almost thought I had brought everything over here. Hold on, let me get the primer. I was thinking about wearing my Becca Evermatte or the Becca, whatever that primer's called. The Becca primer, you know. But I think I'm just going to go with my Boots number 7 because it does work very, very well. So I'm just going to apply this like a lotion. And just spread it out. Over my face. And then once it starts to get dry and tacky, then you want to start pressing it in. I'm going to add just a little bit more to the cheek area, mustache area, and throw some on the chin. So for today, I'm putting this basically all over. Avoiding the under eye area, even though a little bit did get under there. But I really do love this as a mattifying primer. It works really well. Then of course I'm going to go just a tiny bit more on my most oily areas, which happen to be the sides of my nose. So tap in some more in those places. And kind of moving my brows around a little bit. All right. So I've got my eyes, my eyelids, all that jazz. Okay. So for my eye look, I have some shadows I want to use, but I know they have fallout, so I'm like, I don't like to do my eyes first though. Like that's the thing. But the shadows I want to use, they kind of have fallout, some of them. I don't even know if I'm going to use that palette. If I do, I'll probably only use... Actually, I might can avoid using this palette altogether. One of the palettes I was thinking about using in my eyes is a Smashbox Full Exposure palette. My dress is black and nude. So I wanted to do a kind of nude lid but smoky eye, you know? And this palette is perfect for that because it's all very natural shades from the lightest to the darkest. but it has a lot of fallout. So I don't think we're going to use that palette. I think we're going to use some different Anastasia shadows instead to achieve the look. So I'm going to go ahead and do my face first. And the foundations I'm going to wear are going to be the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. And I have the shade 180, R530, and this is the color brown, which I am brown. So like, it's pretty perfect. And also, I'm going to shake both of them up because I haven't used them in a while. I'm going to mix it with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet in the shade 80, which I also believe is called brown or cognac, maybe. Brown, cognac, something like that. So I'm just shaking these both up. And I'm going to start with the Matte Velvet. It has like a little squeezy nozzle. And what you're going to see me do is I'm going to take the Matte Velvet, which a little bit of this goes a long way, and I'm going to start to put a little bit of this in the spots that are more oily. Like, that's plenty enough. Like so. And then I'm going to take the Ultra HD and put that around it. Then I'm going to take my clean fingers, and you're going to see me start to mix the two together. With my finger on the skin. Alright, so now that I've got these kind of mixed together, we're going to take our damp beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and start blending this in. And as you can see, it's pretty much a perfect color match for me. I can't remember who I saw mix these two foundations together. It might have been Nikki Tutorials or ShanXO or who's the other one? One lives in New Zealand, the other one lives in Australia, I believe. Lauren Curtis, maybe. What was one of them, I believe, that I saw mix these two together, the Matte Velvet and the regular Ultra HD. And I said, one day I'm going to give that a try. And I thought today would be great because I need the mattification of the Matte Velvet and the like full coverage. Matte Velvet is full coverage. But I also want the HD flawlessness of the Ultra HD, which is more of a medium coverage. So by mixing them together, you can get the best of both worlds. And I'm really just working it into the skin, really pushing it in there. Go ahead and make sure you get around the perimeters of your face, the chin, the ears, the hairline, which I have the majority of my hairline kind of showing, like the edges of it. Get all that. All right, that was an excellent decision to mix those two. I really like the way it's looking so far. So now it's time to set this, and for this wedding, for my look, I'm not really trying to be like highlighted or anything like that, like with concealer. I don't want to do all the extra stuff I did the other day. I would use concealer and whatnot. I'm kind of keeping it simple with the skin. So I'm going to set my face using a translucent powder because I don't want to alter the shade of the foundation because the shade is really, 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 really good. It matches my skin really well. It's a little bit dark on my chest, but my chest is mostly going to be covered in my dress, and my arms and my back are what's going to be out, which are darker, so it matches my face. So we're going to use my favorite translucent pressed powder from Black Opal. Oh, I need to open my new one. As you can see, I've definitely hit pan on it. It's like almost all the way gone. Can y'all see that? There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to open my new one because I do have a backup. I actually have a couple in here of these in here. What about this one? Let's see how full this one is. Also hit pan on that. I feel like I keep flashing you guys. I'm sorry if I do. Don't mean to. So yes, I have a backup Black Opal oil absorbing invisible oil blocking powder. This stuff is great. It works so good. You can see I'm doing a braid out. I actually braided my hair. So I'm anxious to see how that comes out. Hopefully it comes out well. If not, I just plan to put my hair up in a puff. A nice stretched puff, which will be pretty. I kind of want to wear my hair like in a fro, if it will cooperate. We'll see what happens. So, sorry, I'm just looking out my window. I have a nice view. People are like, what's she looking at? I'm just gazing out my window. So this is what we're going to use to set the face. It looks like this, brand new. And I feel like I should actually use the puff. A sponge works really well to apply this, but I don't have any cosmetic wedges left, I don't think. Yeah. I could use the Beauty Blender. I might use a more dry Beauty Blender. Let's actually compare for a second. This is one that's basically all the way dry, and this is one that is damp. You see how much it like expands? Isn't that cool? Let's use my Beauty Blender that's kind of falling apart and needs to be thrown away soon. So I'm going to use this Beauty Blender that is dry to apply this powder to my face. And I'm going to apply it quite heavily in my most oily areas. I'm probably just going to use the Beauty Blender under my eyes and then on my eyelids. And then I'm going to switch to a brush. Yeah. And it is going to make me look ashy at first because I'm really going to go in with it like heavily, quite heavily. And the brush I'm going to use is going to be this e.l.f. powder brush. As you can see, I'm starting to get creases in my forehead. No bueno. So I'm going to go ahead and beauty blend those creases out. And now I'm going to go with this powder on the powder brush. And I'm pressing it in. And I look like a ghost. I'm looking like Casper. That's okay. Yeah, brush is definitely more effective. It doesn't pack on as much color. Because as you can see, it is like white. It's like an off-white color. So do you see this gnat that's flying around? I feel like I have this one gnat that just follows me around my apartment all day and night. Alright, so I'm literally just pressing this powder into the skin because it is very good at controlling oil. And keeping the skin matte, which is what we want. And I'm also probably going to take this with me in my bag. So I'm just going to put that over there. I might take this brush too. It's really soft. Alright, so now that we have that on, I'm going to go back in with the beauty blender we used to apply the foundation, and I'm going to go over the powder and press it into the skin even more. Just to make sure that it lasts, and any leftover foundation that's on the beauty blender can help to get rid of some of the ashiness. That powder kind of leaves behind. Alright, so now my skin is nice and evened out. It's time to give it some dimension, and I'm going to do that using contouring. And to contour today, I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush. I think this is an e.l.f. contour brush or bronzing brush. I don't know. I really like this for contouring when I don't want a super harsh contour. And of course, I'm going to use my, let's see. I'm thinking about using something different than what I was about to say, just to use it up, but I also really like it. If it's still in here. Which I have no idea, because there's so much stuff in this container. Alright, yeah, I got it. We're going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 360. I have a little bit left, but this also makes a really good contour on me. So I'm just going to load my brush up. And we're going to start to apply this to the cheekbone area. Like I said, I like this when I don't want a super like chiseled out contour. I want it to be more diffused. We might go sharpen it up later though. Just depends on how I feel. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. As you can see, it's like a darker, like ashy dark brown kind of color, like a dusty brown, which is really good for contouring on my skin because it looks more like a shadow. So yeah, I'm gonna probably have to clean it up a little bit just to sharpen up the bottom, especially on this side. It's like kind of a blob. But I like the color of this. And I like the softness of this brush. Like, it doesn't come out super harsh using this brush, which is why I wanted to use this brush. Also doing the sides of my nose. And I'm going to tap some around the perimeter of my large forehead. And I got this tapping technique from Wayne Goss. I just watched his How to Apply Liquid Foundation Perfectly or Flawlessly, something like that. He just like uploaded it. It's like a 12-minute long or 11-minute some change long video. And he suggested tapping. I didn't follow all the steps that he used, but I'm taking what I want from that video. So yeah, I'm going to tap this around my forehead. I'm also going to tap some more right in that area before I go ahead and sharpen it up. And on my nose. And I'm not going to bring any on my jawline. Just keeping it on the forehead, the cheekbones, and the nose area. Alright, so that's it for all that. Let's go into that hairline a little bit more. That's it for all that. Now I'm just going to sharpen it up a little bit. I keep thinking of flashing eyes. I really hope I'm not. And now to sharpen it up, I'm going to use a little bit of this L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder in 700 Classic Tan and my normal brush that I would contour with, which is the, don't want to look at it, Real Technique Sculpting Brush. I'm literally just going to sweep that and make a very like sharp, distinct line. I'm going to go all the way to the corner of my mouth, and I'm kind of pressing it in too. And as Wayne Goss suggested, I'm not going to let it bake. I'm going to create the line, and then I'm going to press over it, and then I'm going to blend it out. So pressing over it, pressing, pressing, pressing. And now it's time to sweep it away. I'm just going to use a brush that I've been applying powder all over with. Just going to sweep it away. I'm whisking it upwards. Alright. Now I'm just kind of blending all over my face. So that's it for contouring. Let's move on to highlighting. And for today, I know exactly what I want to use to highlight. I'm going to use the highlights from the Missy Lynn palette because the makeup look I'm going for is for the skin. I want it to be kind of rose goldish highlight. So I'm going to use the rose gold highlight from this palette. It's the one that's on the right hand side. And I'm using an e.l.f. small stipple brush. Using a lot of e.l.f. brushes today. And I'm going to apply this to my cheekbones, this highlighter. And the reason I want to use like kind of rose gold on my skin as a highlight is because the wedding, the colors are rose gold, gold, and pale pink. So even though I'm wearing a black and nude dress, I kind of want to incorporate a little bit of that rose gold and pale pink into my makeup look, and you'll see how I achieve that. This is one of the ways by using a highlighter that is kind of a rose gold color. Such a pretty highlight, so pretty. And I'm going to use a pale pink blush. And I'm also going to have a lighter pink lip, a nude lip. Even though I wanted very badly at first to do a red lip. Because you'll see with the dress, it's like, yeah, it's red lip, but no. I need to detract, it's not about me, you know. So I was like, let me not do a super bold lip. Because this is not about me. There was another dress that was like a beautiful seafoam green color, but I was like, nope, attracts too much attention. You know, it's not my wedding. I'm not here to attract attention. So. Also going to apply some in the brow area, brow bone area, right above. Blending it down. So I'm applying this quite heavily to my skin because I do want a pretty strong glow. So you can see I'm applying it right here on that bone that I have, and I'm like dragging it down to connect it. So we get that double, there you go, that double highlight right there. Of course, we're going to apply this to the bridge of the nose. And the tip of the nose. And the cupid's bow. And I'm going to go ahead and circle on the cheekbones one last time. Just really want to make sure that they are highlighted. Like, you can't miss the highlight that I have going on. Yes. Also, because of the dress that I'm wearing, I'm going to put some right in the center of my chest. Chest. That's hilarious. Right in the center of my chest. Chest. Yeah, I'm thinking chest. I'm getting those words confused, y'all. English is hard sometimes. So, just so that this is kind of illuminated. I can't remember exactly where it like peeps through, but I know it's somewhere in here. My chest with a T on the end is showing. So I'm just gonna put some of this highlighter down there too, so it's nice and haha. Because there's no cleavage. As you can see, no cleavage, all septum. Sternum. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so confused. Your septum is up here. That's that ring that goes right here. Sternum. Sternum. Okay. So now we're highlighted in all the right places. Not that there's a wrong place to highlight. So moving on. I'll brush my shirt. My bathrobe. Blush. So the pale pink blush I'm gonna wear is from Jordana. You guys have seen me wear it before. It's one of my favorite pink blushes actually. Just wiping off the brush that I'm going to use to apply the blush. It's called Hot Raspberry. Let me go ahead and take out my brow products. I already have all my lip products lined up. Trying to stay organized, you know. Trying. All right. Trying. Stuff keeps falling. Alright, so, like I said, this is from Jordana. It's called Hot Raspberry. It's just a pink, if I can speak, pink blush that is matte. And I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics 113 brush to apply this to my cheeks. I'm using light pressure, very light pressure and circular motions to apply this to my cheek area. Like I said, I wanted something that is a light pink that will, you know, kind of go with the whole theme of the wedding, the whole color scheme, besides the red carpet, which I think that's going to be outside on the way into the wedding. I don't know, or in the hallway leading up to where the ceremony is. I don't even know it. But I'm kind of swirling it in circular motions so that it blends not only into the highlight but also into the contour. It will just fuse everything together. And as you can see, it's a really pretty pink on my skin. Like, it's not too bright or too much. It's a nice pink on deep skin. I used to be afraid of blush or only wear it for show choir, and I would like apply way too much. That was like back when I was 17 years old. But I always got compliments whenever I did my makeup that way, even though it was very like over the top. It was for the stage, you know. But I always got compliments on my blush. So I still get compliments when I wear blush. So don't be afraid of it if you are nice and melanated like I am. So I'm applying quite generously because I do want it to show, as you can see. Yes, come through blush. And that kind of softened up the highlight a little bit as well. So that's it for the skin. That's all I'm going to do for the skin. Really nice, really simple. Nice glow. Pink cheeks. And if you want to go on with more highlight, you go on with more, but I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. Yeah, I'm going to leave it how it is. So let's go on to eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows now. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen one of my brow pencils. It's a brown one. Oops. Don't you hate when you're sharpening your pencil and the tip comes off? Like it just like sharpens all the way off and you're like, I wasn't trying to do that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sharpen my Urban Decay Glide On pencil as well. Just in case I end up using that. And I have something else I might need to sharpen, but we'll wait because it's for the lips. I have lots of different lip options pulled out, but I know exactly like what I'm looking for. I have lots of nude lips pulled. I'm not sure which one I'm going to wear. But let's go ahead and do these brows. That's what I was looking for that I couldn't find. My black pencil for my brows. Alright, I don't know what happened to my NYX retractable pencil, but I'm just going to use a traditional pencil today, which is also from NYX. It's one of their Kohl Kajau pencils. Yes, and it just got super sharp. It's just really tiny. Whoa, my brows are doing all sorts of funky stuff right now. So I'm just going to brush them first because I feel like they are growing. Does anybody feel like that? Anybody else that watched me, has been watching me for a while, feel like I miraculously out of nowhere have more brows? Because I feel like I do. Alright, switching to the brown. This brow used to be my struggle brow. Now this brow is kind of my struggle brow. Yes, brows. They're very dark right now, but I like the shape and I like the thickness of them. I'm trying to see if they'll cooperate at the front end of them. Brushing out the front end to lighten it up. Oh gosh, who just messaged me? When you get a message from somebody you don't recognize their name on IG, you're like, oh gosh, what could this be? I hope it's not a penis picture because I don't want any of those. All right. So I'm liking the way the brows are looking. I'm just going to now go over them with that thing. Just kidding. With that blending brush I used earlier that I just kind of brushed all over my whole face. I'm just gonna use that to go over my brows and my face again, just a little bit. Yes, brows come through for me today. Really liking them today. They're extra nice and they're a little bit bigger than what I normally do, but I feel like they complement my face well. They're framing my face quite nicely. Okay. Moving on to the eyes. How long have I been spending? Oh my gosh, it's only been 43 minutes on my face. Have I been moving that slow? Gosh. All right, so now it's time for the eyes. And I have two palettes that I've pulled. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, which you can see is already dirty. And I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. These are the two palettes we're going to be using to create this smoky eye with a nude lid. So for the crease transition color, I'm going to go in with this color called Bon Fresco from the, this one right in the middle, from the Modern Renaissance palette. I haven't used this color yet, but I think it'll be a really pretty transition because it's kind of a lighter pink, a pale pink, yes. I'm using the brush that the palette came with. And I'm going to apply this in the upper crease area, so above the crease. Wow, that's really pretty. Yes, this look is going to come out great. I can feel it. So this is going to be our transition color. Again, this is called Buon Fresco. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce it, but that's what it looks like. And it's a pale pink shade, and that's going to be our transition. Beautiful, love it so far, loving it. All right, to deepen up the crease even further, I'm going to go in with switching palettes to the Shadow Couture World Traveler. Going with Fudge. I don't want to use anything too orange because that's not what the look is about. So I'm not going to use Morocco or Real Glitter. Using the same brush, so I'm not even going to wipe it off. I'm going to start to take Fudge right into the crease. actually in the crease. And Fudge is just a matte brown shadow. I think I showed it to y'all. If not, I'll show it to you. Matte brown right here. And I'm taking that like 2/3 the way in. Not going all the way in with it, but I'm definitely taking it about 2/3 the way in. Right inside the crease. Just to start to deepen things up, because we are going to be using black in this look to really smoke it out, but this is just kind of the start of getting there. And as you can see, I'm really focusing it on the outer V area, but really like in the socket is where we're placing this color. Placing this color, we're really placing it in the socket to really deepen that up. And I'm taking it 2/3 of the way, not taking it all the way into the inner corner though. Really place it in that socket. But as you can see, the pink still shows over top of it. All right. Next, we're going on to the lid color, which is from the other palette. I feel like I'm flip-flop, 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 alternating. So the lid color I'm going to use is called Golden Ochre, and that's because it's this nice kind of goldish nude color, and it's a color I haven't used yet from the palette. It's right here. It looks kind of yellow. Maybe if I come closer, there we go. This one right here. I'm going to apply that to the lid. I'm going to use this brush, but let me wipe it off first. Got some paper towels down here. Alright, it's called Golden Ochre, and that's going to be our lid color. And it has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's really pretty. Some guys are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. That song has been stuck in my head. I have no clue why. And I've been singing it and like modulating to different keys, being a music major, creating alternate endings. So taking this golden ochre color, placing that on the lid, it's really, really, really pretty. And I'm going ahead and blending that into that fudge color as well. Just blend as you go. And it has a really nice shimmer to it. But it's not like an overly dramatic shimmer, but there definitely is shimmer. So that's going to be our lid color. Just make sure that it's nice and opaque. So that's what the eyes are looking like so far. Now it's time to go back over to the other palette. I'm going to put the brush back in here. Going back to the other Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, the Shadow Couture World Traveler, which has the black in it, called Noir. It's a matte black shadow. And I'm going to take the fluffy brush. Actually, I'm going to take the concentrated side that I used to apply the shadow to the lid. I'm going to place the black and then blend it. And we just want this to be on the very outermost part of the look. So I'm placing it first, packing it on. But now I'm going to use the other side to blend it, which I don't even know what's on here. But I'm going to add a little bit of fudge to it, just so that it has like a darker color to blend that black. All of a sudden, I'm blending, and I feel like I'm scratching my eye with the brush, like not in a bad way, but like, I'm like tickling my eye, and then my nose wants to sneeze. That was really strange. Back to blending out the black. Now I'm actually dipping into the black. And now it's time to figure out what the shape of this look is going to be. Going in with fudge, just mixing the two together to kind of give some shape to the look on the outer corners. As you can see. And last but not least, I'm just going to blend out the edges of all this using that pink that we first used as the transition color, which is called Buon Fresco, which is a beautiful pink. I'm going to use the same brush. Just to kind of reiterate where we came from with this look. Just going around the edges of the whole look with it. Alright, so the upper lid is done. Now for the lower lash line. Not exactly sure what I want to put on the lower lash line. I feel like this one has more of a cat eye shape than this eye does, which bothers me a little bit. So I'm just going to try and fix that real quick. That's a little bit better. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. So what am I talking about? The bottom lash line. Yeah, what am I going to do with the bottom lash line? I guess I'm going to start with that Buon Fresco color and apply that all over my bottom lash line, which is the color we used like in the crease. I think that would be really pretty, and then I'm going to do black on the outer half and highlight the inner corners with the highlight that's on my face. That's what we're going to do. That makes the most logical sense. So first, I'm going to highlight the inner corner using that same rose gold highlighter from the Missy Lynn palette. And I might layer it with a little bit of this kind of light champagne color that's in this palette. Yeah, so I'm going to go into this shadow as well and put a little bit of that on top. I'm using the same brush. Going into the Bone Fresco color, let me wipe it off first. That pink, that really pretty pink. I'm putting that all over the bottom lash line. There we go. So that's what the eyes are looking like. And now we're going to take the black from this palette called Noir, and I'm going to place that on the outer one-third of the bottom lash line. I'm also going to mix fudge on top of it so it's not as black. Because right now it's real black, so taking fudge and mixing that on top of it to kind of soften it up. Alright, I'm loving the way this eye look came out. I think it's really, really pretty. I think it will complement the dress really well. And I think it will complement the earrings. I didn't tell you guys about those, but last night my friend Sarah, who's my little in SAI, gave me these as a gift of just like a token of our friendship. And she's been going through a tough time, and I've been helping her out, and she helped me out by letting me live with her until I got this apartment. So I'm gonna wear these green earrings, even though they have nothing to do with like my outfit. There's no sort of green, but green is my favorite color, and they have gold on them, so I felt like, hey, I'm gonna wear them anyway. And they're just like these beautiful studs. And I just really, really, really appreciate her giving these to me. They're Kate Spade earrings. My first Kate Spade anything. So yes, I'm gonna wear these green studs, and the color is just so pretty, and I love that they're studs. Love them. So these are the earrings I'm gonna wear with my nude and black dress with my kind of light, soft pink and golden smoky makeup that I've got going on. Alright, so to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to tightline them using my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencil. Sorry, I can't really show you guys how I do this, but I'm just wiggling it in between the lashes, at the base of my lashes. It always makes me tear up, which is not good. Like, really, I'm really tearing up today. Maybe because I'm thinking about the wedding. Just kidding. I'm also going to do a very thin line, I think, in the waterline of my lower waterline. Like, just barely pass it over. Yes, I like that. Really, really thin line. Like, barely touching my eye. I really like how that looks. Alright, so we've got the waterline, upper and lash, the upper tight line, lower waterline, really thin black line. Last but not least is mascara. Add lashes if you like. And I forgot to get a new mascara yesterday in my running errands and whatnot. That's okay. I'm just going to pat over my skin. I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion. Mascara. I also use the eyeliner. They actually came together in the box I got a while ago. I really do need to invest in a new mascara though. It's only 11:30. I need to leave at 1:15ish to get to the wedding. I think 1. I'd rather get there earlier than later because I have a feeling there's going to be like, oh my gosh, I just got this mascara all on my lid. No bueno. I have a feeling there's going to be like hundreds of people. And I'm trying to get a good parking spot, you know? Yeah, I got some mascara on my lid that I need to get off. But I'm going to let it dry and see if I can just flake it off. I'm also getting some on this side as well. But yeah, this mascara is like done for, like it's through. Like every time I put it in and out, like all the bristles like stick down. I don't think that's what's supposed to happen. Hopefully you can just help me out this one last time with my lashes. It's amazing how lashes can really like change a look. And I have pretty decent natural lashes, which is why I don't really wear false lashes like that. Especially if I really like cake on the mascara like I am right now. I can get my natural lashes to look pretty good. Of course, lower lashes. Yeah, the wedding is at 2. Which is why I say I want to leave at 1 because it's about a 30-minute drive away. So I think leaving at 1 would be safe. And it's also a Saturday, so traffic and whatnot. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave at 1. I'm still just mascaraing, guys. Alright, so I think I'm done with mascara. I did get some on my lid though, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. But let's just go on to lips. So for lips, I know I want a light pink nude lip, so I have several options here. I have this Crazy for Coffee color, but I don't think that's what I really want, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw that in this basket. I have this NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Sandstorm, which could be nice. It's very pale. Might be too pale. That's an option. I was thinking about mixing these two ColourPop lippies in Tulle and Beeper. Those are really long lasting. I also have this Rose Fumé color, which is just a beautiful nude on me. Yeah, I don't think Sandstorm is going to be it though, because I'm looking at it, the little bit that I put on. It's going to be really pale. And I want something that has a little bit more pink to it, so we're going to set that to the side. And Beeper could be nice, but I'm really thinking I might want to wear this NYX satin lip pencil in Rakugian. And this is the one that came in the birthday gift last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was last year. And I got the sharpener so I can sharpen it because I really do like this color and I think it will be perfect. So let's go ahead and sharpen it. So that's pretty good. Let's see how this turns out pigment wise. Yeah, I'm really liking this NARS. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's the color I want. A nice light pink. To balance well with the smokiness of the eyes. I also like that it's kind of satin because the eyes look very matte. Like just looking at my eyes, it looks like they're matte. So yeah, I think this is gonna be lip color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all the other ones away, and I'll bring my sharpener with me just in case I need to reapply. It's also very creamy on the lips, which I like. It's comfortable. It's almost like lip gloss. So this is NARS Satin Lip Pencil in Rakujian. And you can only get this for the birthday gift, which is already gone. So sorry to use something that you can't get your hands on unless maybe it's on like eBay or something or Amazon. So that completes this look. I don't know if y'all can see the mascara that's on my lids, but I'm gonna try and take it off. It's not coming off. Oh goodness. I don't want to have to. That means I have to put shadow over the top of it. Alright, so I'm thinking about putting a more shimmery shadow over top of these areas where I have that mascara. So I'm going to use the color Vermeer, which is a shadow I haven't used from this palette yet either. I think I've used almost every single color after I used Vermeer, except Love Letter and Tempera. But it's just like a really shimmery light color. Oh yeah, that covered that great. So I'm just going to use this color to kind of hide those mistakes. I don't know if y'all can see how that brightened up the look, but it's a very bright shimmery color. I'm using it almost like an eyeliner, and it looks really nice. So I'm actually just going to use it kind of as an eyeliner. And line my upper lash line with it. Wow, yeah, that really brightened up the eye look. I love it. And now I need to fix my lashes, hopefully without getting anything on my lid. Because I just fixed that. So I'm going to try to use this to block the lid area. This is actually very effective. So I'm holding the end of the brush and brushing the mascara against my lashes, but against this, so that it doesn't get on my eyeshadow, so it's like blocking it. Let's do it on this side. There we go. I'm glad I tried that out. Like, that's a new trick for the trade, man. Yes. And it helps like get rid of clumps. Awesome. So I'm done with this look now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was super long. Now I'm going to make a video about my hair and my braid out. So hope you guys like this wedding look that I've got going on. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Bye, YouTube.